What's up, nail geeks, and welcome back to another episode of my Polish and Beauty Expo series. I have a few more to show you all now that I'm back home and rested somewhat, I should say, and I'm ready to get back into action on the channel and get back to work. This first one is from Monarch Lacquer. I have some overpours of her Polish and Beauty Expo polishes, and we have a new quad to add on to the light reflective collection. We also have a bestie duo between Monarch and Beau Rev. So all of these are currently available on the site as overpour. And good news, you can also save 10% off any of these in your order if you're wanting to grab them. I know you are. With my affiliate code PolishedMage10 to save 10% off your entire order. Before you head on over there, check out my swatches of these. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So these are the Polish and Beauty Expo exclusives. These are the Sidewalk Stories quad. This is a 4-piece limited edition collection that is inspired by Shel Silverstein poems. Listen to the Mustn'ts is a dark raspberry jelly with iridescent fiery flakes and black flakes. This is a true jelly in how it builds up, how it looks, all that good stuff. Those of you who are rocking shorties, you might be able to get away with 2 coats, especially if you appreciate that softer, more jello-like appearance on your nails. But I really wanted to push the limits to this one and see how much flakes I could get on my nails. So I chose to do 3 incredibly thin coats. Flaky balms like this, I tend to apply pretty sloppy on my nails, especially as you can see on that second coat there. Cleanup was no problem whatsoever. So I would recommend that. That way you can get as much coverage as possible. Go in super thin and save room for a glitter smoothing top coat and glossy top coat, as these will give you a touch of texture. The Land of Happy is a pink neon base, hyper loaded with gold, green, violet shifting shimmer. This is such a fun, pretty, true neon pink color in my opinion. I know neons tend to skew across monitors. Just in case, please know in person, this is, again, a true neon pink. Right there in the center, I'm not really seeing a lean either way in terms of a specific color. It's just pink. I know it is appearing kind of fiery, almost orange. At least on my monitor here it is. It is a hot pink, but not quite as orange as what at least my screen is making it out to be. This is Crelly-like. I'm going to suggest 2 coats and a glossy top coat. Magic Eraser Sky is a shimmer heavy ethereal indigo. The green to blue shimmer in this one is powerful. I do agree with that. This is a shimmer bomb. It is loaded up. I'm going to suggest 3 coats and a glossy top coat. Despite being so full of shimmer, I didn't feel like I had to be very cautious with my brush strokes or anything. So kudos to Monarch on that. It is quite a forgiving formula. I went in normal for myself on those coats. I didn't feel a need to go in thin or anything like that. The formula itself feels very standard, regular, not necessarily plumping. So 3 coats and a glossy top coat is best. Falling Up is a magnetic with a pink-orange pull, unveiling an Aurora blue to violet shimmer base. So this is very metallic on how it feels on application. However, it's not like that heavy type of lush, I guess, for lack of better words, metallic feel. This is almost jelly-like. It's really light in formula. I'm going to suggest going up to 3 magnetized coats and then a glossy top coat of choice. P.S. Friendly reminder, make sure you are magnetizing your glossy top coat layer just to help seal in your design of choice. I magnetize this one typically the standard amount of time I normally do. Honestly, for swatching and whatnot, it's about 20 to 25 seconds per nail. This one snapped to very well in that regard, so very user-friendly. And then here we have the 4 new light refraction additions to Monarch's light refractions. Little redundant there, but these are so sparkly good. If you liked the first couple that released from this collection, you're going to love these. They are sparkly good and magnificent. Magic Hour is a soft lilac base with blue violet shimmer and reflective glitter. So these, if you are new to this collection or the additions or in the previously released ones, they are all super packed full of reflective glitter and shimmer equally, in my opinion, because in person, there is something to see on all of these polishes, despite any lighting situation you're in. Indoors, it'll still twinkle like just bananas on your nails. And this full hand shot right here is a really good example of that. I'm going to suggest 2 coats. The formula is incredibly squishy and plump. So 2 is all you need, a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. Whispering Light is a pink blush base with pink, purple, orange, yellow sparkle and reflective glitter. Now, in my opinion, Magic Hour and Whispering Light looked really close on the bottles when I opened up my PR pack. But swatching them on the nail, they are quite different. Whispering Light has this kind of berry-ish, almost fuchsia type of lean to it. And then Magic Hour, of course, was that very soft, pinky type of lilac, in my opinion, if I had to describe it. Now, please note, Whispering Light, I took it up to 3 coats here, and I kicked myself thoroughly. 3 coats is way too much for these. They're intended to just be super sparkly and shimmery, not necessarily in your face opaque type of finishes. So I would suggest doing 2 normal coats with this. Cosmic Beam is a soft spring green with orange yellow aurora sparkle and reflective glitter. This is such a pretty color. I think even if you're shy of greens, this is very lovely in person. And it's one of those kind of springy, grassy sort of greens. And then as you build it up to opacity, that shimmer takes on this fiery-like appearance in the backdrop here. I chose to do 2 coats because I learned my lesson after Whispering Light, and I did 2 coats, glitter smoothing top coat and glossy top coat together. P.S. If you have not tried Monarch Lacquer's gel-like glossy top coat, that is a perfect, fantastic top coat for reflective glitter polishes. In fact, I got my toes done with a micro glitter for PBE, and I came home and immediately put on Monarch's gel light top coat over it because the salon does not know about good top coats for glitters. Diffraction Dance is a light gray base with pink, orange, yellow, green sparks and reflective glitter. It does say this is similar to Smoke and Mirrors, but it's not made with the black reflective glitter, and it swatches several shades lighter. I do agree with that official description. Same disclaimer here, 2 coats, glitter smoother and glossy top coat. Now here is the bestie duo between Beau Rev and Monarch Lacquer. I'm going to have this duo also featured on the Beau Rev video I'm going to do shortly here in just a little bit. But this is an excellent duo. You can grab them together only as a duo on either Monarch's or Beau Rev's site. Flip Flop Fever is a smoky lavender with golden green shimmer finished with reflective pop. This is so sparkly good in person. It kind of reminds me of the Light Refraction collection. It is just light and soft on the nail. And what's going to build you up to a pseudo-like opacity is, of course, all that shimmery goodness. Now, the reflective glitter to this, in my opinion, is on the softer side, and what is just giving you that magnificent in-your-face appearance, of course, is that beautiful shimmer. But it's definitely there, and don't get me wrong, it is still very, very sparkly. You will need a glitter smoother and glossy top coat, and I would suggest 3 thin coats with this. Poolside Crush is a vibrant, glowy mint green with violet blue aurora shimmer. I know Adrian posted a sneak peek of this, the polishes in a palette for this, and everyone went bananas asking what it was going to be. Well, it's here, and you can grab it. Again, the bestie duo along with the PBE exclusives. Those first 4 I showed you all are all over pores, and when they're gone, they're gone. They're not going to get restocked. Poolside Crush has a very similar feel and formula to those neons I showed you all a few months ago. I think they released late April. And I mentioned that they have this marshmallow-like formula to them. This is no exception. So it's very soft, very curly, very bouncy. Do not overwork the brush. Do soft coats and go in 3 coats and a glossy top coat, and you're just fine. This is so pretty and flattering in person. And we're going to wrap this up with a quick Willet Topper segment. This is where I use a black swatch stick to demonstrate if polishes have layering capabilities. Listen to the Mustn't is fantastic over black. I could see this working over other purples too. The Land of Happy looks ridiculous over black. This one and then Magic Eraser Sky over black give you an excellent depiction of how much shimmer Adrian packed in these. Falling Up looks really cool over black. I think you might be able to get creative with this one. And the Light Refraction polishes look stunning as toppers too. I think their bases themselves are so lightly tinted that you could get away with being a little creative with these, especially over Matchy Match, maybe even testing some color theory out. And of course, over darker colors, it looks really cool. So interesting type of workaround there. Flip Flop Fever looks awesome over black. So same thing here. And Poolside Crush, I don't recommend it, even though the shimmer looks really cool here. You're not doing that base color justice. Again, the Polish and Beauty Expo Quad and the Bestie Duo, those are limited edition. Once they sell out as overpours, that is it. You will not be able to get them again. The 4 light refraction additions to that collection are going to stick around for a bit. Those are just a part of that collection. Be sure to use my code PolishedMage10 to save 10% off your order. That includes all the polishes showed in this video. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.